Evening, Johnny. Late as usual. You'll still be celebrating after a bleeding parade, they divvy. No, Tex, where are you? Statty, you're on me, Owen. Tell you what, if he's not here soon, I'm off.
Welcome to Beer and Breakfast, this end of season special. You're right, Jono?
I am now.
At least you didn't burn yourself. So we are Premier League.
Sounds good again.
It does sound good, doesn't it? Because everything that we've worked hard for has just come off and now we can just enjoy it.
Exactly, yeah.
We can go home and play golf. Coming up!
We look back at the final results.
When we're getting the Blades fans' reviews.
Our end of season awards.
We'll of course be chatting about the future.
This or that.
And plenty more. So of course, if you have been watching throughout the season and you've already subscribed, thank you. We do appreciate it, don't we, lad?
We do, we love you. Each and every one of you.
All that shit. If you've not subscribed, if you're one of those, just do it. End of season reward for us for being dickheads all season. Just go press the button.
Completely free of charge.
Free of charge. How much does it cost?
Zero.
Zero.
Just like John Fleck.
I'm in such a good mood. Right. Dying. West Brom, Jono. That was good, wasn't it?
If you were there, it was brilliant.
Fuck off. Fuck you, certain
One of the
boxing
biggest
company.
games of the season.
There's a certain boxing company.
And you'll think that Jonathan from the Shoreham View would have been there in full force.
Who fucking schedules an interview for when United's playing?
Yeah, you've got to think about your career first, mate. Football's just obviously so.
Let's stop talking about it. How was it?
It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Bit of nerves before. It seems a long time ago though now, doesn't it? And yeah, it's just the second half, just absolutely just did it for us. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Party mode.
Party mode.
Party mode. Huddersfield. We're not talking about that.
Yeah, Huddersfield completely gifted them, didn't we? That second half was just abysmal.
We had a good kebab though.
Oh, it was a nice kebab.
Very nice kebab.
The Huddersfield kebabish. We went to Barry's bar in Huddersfield.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I
that
didn't
was...
find a nice little social club at £3 a pint.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of a mistake because I've not had a drink in a while. I seem to sink them quite well in there.
Yeah, you did. So you'd not been drinking.
Yeah.
So you want one? Yeah, I'll have one. And
whenever I say I'm having one, that usually means 6.
God help you to say I'm having 6.
Fucking hell. That's when I don't come home. That's Newcastle. And then, of course, we go to Preston. Lovely. Lovely stuff.
Lovely, just that feeling, just already be promoted, no pressure.
Those scenes everywhere.
Yeah, and well done for Blaze not winning on their pitch at the end. Some people thought it were a bit shit that they couldn't. What do you think on that? Are you up for pitch invasions?
No.
I don't mind him.
Away from home at Northampton.
Definitely not.
Away from home in a little poxy ground like Northampton.
Oh, yeah, poxy ground, yeah, but
when it's friendly.
There's not many people going to let you go onto their pitch, are there?
No, but Northampton, let's be fair, it were a friendly atmosphere, weren't it?
Yeah.
Forest is never going to be a friendly atmosphere.
No.
At home, where players want to do lap around with their kids and the family and fuck off, get off at pitch, you selfish bastard. Oh, you're boring. Come and have a fucking drink with us and see how boring we are. Twat. And then, of course, Birmingham away. What a day!
Brilliant day, wasn't it?
Take your time, Neil Gascoigne.
Oh, no. What a great entrance for him, though. If you've not seen Vlog, brilliant entrance for him.
It's amazing. Go back and watch the vlog.
I can't believe he actually turned up.
I can't.
So, yeah, fair play for him.
But the game itself, just so relaxed. There were no pressure at all.
No.
I loved it. And can I just point out, really Cadra, shit, told you.
I thought I'd put my money on him to score.
It was shit.
It'd have been no difference if they'd won anyway.
No.
Yeah, first half were quite even. I thought the second half, first 30 minutes of second half, we absolutely just
paced them.
Yeah. We had a lot of play first half, but second half just brilliant. It was nice to see McAtee on score sheet again, and McBurney actually scoring a goal.
With his head? With his head?
Who'd have thought it?
What's going on? But now Kadra, shit, Wank runs in straight lines. Asua looked good when he came on. That left back whose name I'm not even going to try and pronounce because I was butcher it.
Come from? To be honest, I'm not right up on these youngsters.
They look good.
He looks like a unit, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not arguing with him.
No, definitely not. And I think Billy Sharp's bravest man in Sheffield fucking shouting at him like that, isn't it?
Billy Sharp can get away with it.
Yeah. So, obviously we've had all the fucking good bits. We're going to talk about the parade now. The open top bus celebrations. If you were there, it was brilliant. If you weren't, here's some reminders of just how good it was.
Well, this is the end, beautiful friends. I should be like you, Mel.
Ready? What do you think of Wednesday? Shit! What do you think of shit? Wednesday! Thank you!
Fucking absolute scenes everywhere. It was just beautiful.
I mean, we were somewhere near back because we were at Robot waiting for it to come past.
Yeah.
So back it weren't the best. It was so overcrowded.
Yeah.
I took my kids, so it's a bit hard to watch your kids, make sure that they can see whatever they can see. But yeah, good atmosphere. A lot of smoke bombs, which I like a good smoke bomb.
I loved it where we were. We were basically right in front.
Yeah.
We went.
How did you get here then to get front seats?
About 45 minutes before.
That's not bad actually.
No, got there about 45 minutes before. Got Kevin Rob sit spot, and I went and got drinks, brought them to him, and it was just a good laugh. Just all that fucking season, when we thought we were going to bottle it, when we thought Borough were going to take over, when we thought we were going to take over, where we all shit ourselves. To just come to it and to just watch it all sink into place. It weren't as lively as the League One or the last promotion one.
I said the same.
But you got to think about it. League One. We were just relieved.
Yeah.
Championship, nobody expected it, so it was just fucking amazing. This one feels like it's a year late, so it's like, I don't want to sound entitled.
Yeah, no, I can see what you're going.
I don't want to sound entitled, but there's no shock and awe to it. It's like, yeah, we're up, we were expecting it.
Yeah, we've done this before.
Yeah, recently. How often did United get promoted? Twice recently.
3 promotions, aren't it, in so many years? 5 years, whatever it is.
Youngen, he's seen more in his time with United than, like, fucking, it took me 20 odd fucking years to get to this point.
Exactly.
12 of them in Division 1 before it became Championship.
My son's only 8 and he seems 3 promotions. It's like, well, obviously it's not seeing him as a baby, like, but
little bastard.
Being around.
Little bastard.
Oh, well, I see, it's what you get for supporting your club through thick and thin.
Exactly. You get
their good days.
Unless you get Peterborough away. And
then you just rip up your tickets.
Billy Sharp. How nearly bits.
Oh no, so emotional, weren't it?
Yeah.
So emotional. What a legend. What an absolute legend. And if he's not here next season, he's going to be one of them remembered like Brian Dean, Tony Curry. His legacy will live on forever and ever.
I just wanted him to play another game and get that 1 goal in Premiership to make it 250.
It'd be nice, but he can still get that from another team.
I wanted to do it for us.
It would have been nice, but...
Here's the thing. I'm not going to name names. There's players in that team I think we can do without and do better. That are probably on decent wages. If you're telling me you can't get Sharp 1 more year on a player coaching role...
Depends what they're offering him.
We've hardly got any strikers. One's still long-term injured. We ain't got money to go out and buy another £40 million striker. Because if you're buying a £20 million striker, they now cost £30 million.
You've only got a fiver in the bank.
Exactly. So we might come to a stage where we need a player like Sharp. Asula gets injured, Jefferson gets injured, McBurney gets injured, Brewster's injured. Who do we have up front? Oh, we let Sharp go. Fuck.
He'll come back on loan.
But do you know what I mean? Because we'll have to bring a youth striker in.
Yeah.
But we need somebody with experience head next to him. So letting him go is a mistake. And people go, hey, he's this level, and he's that level, and he's this level, and he's that level. Fuck off. You know what I mean? It's the bloke scores goals.
He does. I'm not going to say he's going to probably get a game in Premier League.
No.
Even just a changing room moral booster.
Let him be playing League Cup.
Yeah, he's.
What we're going to do in his League Cup?
Just him around the team.
Exactly.
Helps the team for me.
You
can see how together they are.
Look at the players. Look at the long-term players. Are they fucking looked up to that bloke?
Yeah. I mean, him and Bashamon, you can just see the special bond that they've got. Can you break that up?
It's heartbreaking.
Would that break the team up?
It's fucking heartbreaking. He's
an absolute legend.
It's like all this fucking joy and all this fucking wonderful feeling that we've got, and then there's just that little twinge of heartbreak in the middle, because some of these players that we love won't be there next season.
No, they won't, no. And they've given us probably the best times following United.
Memories.
You got to look at your Flakes, your Stevens, probably Basham.
O'Connell will be gone.
O'Connell. They're players that's absolutely just made United just what they are today at the moment. It's such a shame to see them go, but it's going to have to happen at some point.
Give Baldock a 20-year contract right now.
Baldock's got plenty of years left in him.
All the years, especially if Roof has out to say about it.
If Shearer gets older, he'll be done.
He'll be done. Career over. We've rambled on this beginning bit. We're still recovering from celebrating, as we noticed earlier.
Yeah.
So let's get some Sheffield United fans' point of view.
Well, Blades, that's it. Season over. What a fantastic season, eh? Couldn't have asked for more than that, could we? I thought it would be a lot tighter. Second spot, miles in front of third and fourth, which we never thought would happen. Cup semi-final. So, you've got to say it's been a great success.
Now then, Blades, a review video for the season for Johnny. I'm recording it on Wednesday night, the night before the parade. So, tomorrow hopefully be a good opportunity for us all to get together, celebrate and send the lads off for a well-deserved summer break. Get them on their holidays after what's been a really weird season. With a World Cup break, it'll be a season like no other. But yeah, it's a season that I don't think I've fully enjoyed as much as I should have done. It's kind of passed me by without me realising just how good we've been this season. I think a lot of the results being scrappy little 1-0s, getting 3 points here and there. You don't fully appreciate them for what they are until the end of the season when you look at the record points haul of 91 points. Really fantastic season.
Season's been all right, hasn't it? I suppose not bad. Nah, it's been well better than expectations, hasn't it? I mean, expectations would have been pretty high. Lost out in the playoffs last season. If we'd have a Hecky from the start, who knows what we'd have done. But we lost one of our best two players. Signed not really anyone apart from some relatively unknown defender. I know he's been around a bit, but relatively unknown with a name that sounds like Bumsex. And obviously got a couple in on loan. But yeah, what had gone out, in Gibbs White, you don't see that as being replaced. You start to wonder, have we got sort of that creativity up front? Are we going to rely on Ndiaye too much? So expectations, yeah, you could have been saying, we need the top 6, but with Norwich coming down, they always bounce back. Didn't, obviously. Other teams that come down, bit of a threat. Everyone else that had been in and around the playoffs, and there were some teams that had underperformed the season before as well. So you can't be thinking, oh yeah, we're definitely going to be top 2. So I think expectations wise, we've done a lot better than I think we could have realistically hoped for. Top 2 the target, but to get it as comfortably as we did, absolutely brilliant. And yeah, Heck has done a really good job. So yeah, more importantly than that, it's been a really enjoyable season. Really enjoyed going again. Because obviously start last season with Slavic weren't quite like that, and obviously coming off the back of COVID, it's been a bit shit. But it's sort of been that first full season where the enjoyment's been there, the quality football's been there, and the results have been there.
Why are you wearing shades indoors, Roy? Because we've just been promoted. I think that's generally a time when you can wear shades indoors. John Bon Jovi himself, Johnny, has asked me to give a few thoughts on my season, give me a few things, a few categories and stuff like that to go. I can't even see him because of these fucking shades. To be honest, shades indoors. Never wear shades indoors. Can't read anything. But anyway, yeah. So basically, he's asked me my thoughts on the season. Unbelievable season, and I think it's one of those seasons where I think with the Wilder promotion, we sort of had moments going through. Everyone like knew almost at the time like the Basham arriving stuff were going to be big, and I think with this one, it's going to be one of those where we look back and think, do you know what, Jesus, that were a fucking good season. That we got to an FA Cup semi-final and got promoted. I'd love to know how many teams have done that in the past, because I bet not many teams have got promoted and got to a semi-final of an FA Cup as well. Yeah, I mean, look, there were times in the season where it were pretty. I don't know, we were grinding out results rather than being fantastic, but we absolutely fully deserved. We need 91 points. We'd have won the league in a lot of seasons with that. And I reckon that it was, like I say, it's going to be one of those we will look back on and just think about how many good moments that we actually had. And I think, for me, I think that week of Wembley, promotion on the Wednesday, and then the promotion party on the Saturday is up there with maybe the best ever moment. Certainly the best week I think I've ever had as a Sheffield United fan. And you know that them things are not going to come around too often, especially for a club like ours. He's asked me for my personal highlight. I think my personal highlight is probably, boringly enough, West Brom, where we actually got promoted. I thought that was fantastic, especially Sander Berger's goal. The roof just came off, and first time since 1971, I think it is, since we got promoted in our own patch. We might never see that again. Do you know what I mean? It's not something that comes along every couple of years. So that were an amazing moment.
A personal highlight I've got to say is the Burnley win at home. You know, there was a lot of expectation and there was a lot of question marks about how we do against this absolute juggernaut of industry that was Burnley and the media darlings, and we absolutely wiped the floor with them. A nice early kick-off, got to go out in town afterwards for a drink. So yeah, that's got to be the highlight of the season. I should think that'll be quite a few people's highlight of the season as well.
I think the highlight of the season, I would say, would be the win against West Brom when we'd sealed it. I thought once we got in front, we could relax for the first time all season. Atmosphere just ramped up. It were brilliant. And scenes after, once we got by the pub, were fantastic. So we were outside Clubhouse while gone midnight, everybody's singing. Party time were fabulous. So I would say that were my highlight of the season.
So yeah, we're promoted now, so it's going to be a shit season next year, obviously. Who knows? Who knows? We're looking too far ahead there, aren't we? Just enjoy it for now. Enjoy the journey. We're there, aren't we? We've done it. And yeah, and the cup run was a nice little bonus. Looking at Wembley's always a bit shit. The actual Wembley bit of it's always shit, but again, great day out, so mustn't grumble. Personal highlight of the season, I think, yeah, it's a really obvious one, but when that first goal went in against West Brom, the relief and the sort of celebration and everything about it, yeah, absolutely brilliant. That game as a whole from that point on, it was shit until then, really, to be honest, a bit cagey, but yeah, from that point on, and yeah, sitting with my dad, who'd a couple of years previous, well, a few years previous, before Wilder came, said, I don't think that, he doesn't speak anything like this, I don't think they'll get back into Premier League in my lifetime. And yeah, we've done it twice now, haven't we? So to be sat with him when all that happened, and yeah, absolutely brilliant. So that's kind of the boring football related answer. But in reality, my favourite moment was one from, I don't know, Egan booting the ball in the ref's bollocks away at Birmingham, or the Pigeons coming to help us against Swansea. That was brilliant. You know, they didn't give a shit. They were getting closer to wide men than Max Lowe was.
Jono, coming on to it, we've had the official Player of the Season awards with the club.
Yeah.
Let's give ours. Jono, who's your Player of the Season?
Player of the Season. I'm going to have to say Illiman.
Illiman, you're agreeing with the club?
Yeah. How can you not pick Illiman? What an absolute superstar he is. I could pick quite a few of him, but...
Yeah. Realistically, I agree with you, Illiman. But you know what? Because you've picked the sensible option, I'm going to be the sentimental twat.
Go on.
There's a starman running down the right. His name is Georgie Baldock, and he's my Player of the Season.
And he's also dynamite.
He only played half of the cunt, and I thought he was brilliant.
Yeah, I missed quite a lot of season, but when he came back,
he's my
just shows you how much we miss him.
He's my Player of the half season. Yeah, I'll agree. Illiman and I, Player of the Season. Georgie Baldock, Player of the half season.
Yeah.
Makes sense, why not? Marshall, I'll do what I want. Fuck off. Just how important has Illiman been, though? He was good last season. People thought, oh, hello, Moto. People thought, what's it going to be like? We had Gibbs White. Wanker! Next to him. And he's shown what he can do with Gibbs White next to him.
I didn't think he'd play this season as good as he did last season.
He's fucking absolutely bossed it.
He's 20 times better than last season.
He's sensational.
Anything he does just looks effortlessly beautiful.
He's 10 times better than Gibbs White ever were. That fucking Gibbs White. Wanker!
Stop calling him a wanker. He's
Scab!
Not a wanker.
Wanker.
I'll have him back any day.
No.
Imagine him and Illiman up front next season.
Backward step.
What?
No, he's in backward step.
Absolutely not. Them two up front, Champions League football. A joke.
Backward step. Upper level championship player. At best.
Nope.
He's an upper level championship player.
Well, hopefully we get to see.
Well, hopefully not, because we'll be in Premier League, mate.
I'm on about when we sign him. When Forest have gone down.
We're not signing him. We don't need him. There's better options out there. Lord McAtee for another season. Because we don't care about Gibbs White.
Change the subject,
don't
Jonathan.
Care about me. Let's change the subject. Okay. The owner situation. This is
key, actually.
This is
see if we
big.
don't get any signings.
Yeah.
He said he's going to sell within 4 weeks. I think it's been 3 weeks now. So
Dozy and Bosey's, Dozy the sausage, is still saying it's going to go through. He sounds like a bunch of hot air, and if this is the case, I'm kind of glad that he didn't.
Yeah, he shouldn't take this long to go through. So yeah, I'm kind of relieved it's not him.
Yeah,
obviously.
Ghost back.
That would be weird.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Anyway, carry on.
I forgot. Yeah, it shouldn't be taking so long for a deal to go through like that. It just shows you there is a lot of discrepancies there that the EFL obviously does it get looked at by about Premier League now instead of EFL?
Yes.
So yeah,
I'm not being funny, but we all took the piss with Nigerian businessman and phone jacker and all that. But
stereotypical.
But the more we hear what's going on, the more it sounds like reality because he's all hot air, isn't he?
Yeah. So get back on Rio Ferdinand podcast.
Yeah, fuck off. Anybody who's daft enough to talk to Rio Ferdinand's a fucking idiot anyway, so I'm glad we ain't got him. But if the Prince stays, how long can the Prince stay and keep us sustainable? Because he's done well this season. All the credit in the world this season.
Yeah, he could have easily sold our players.
Could have done. We looked like we'd fucked it. But
thank you for that, because that probably just made sure we got promoted.
Exactly. And I'm never going to be the world's biggest Prince fan. Yeah. We all know this. But this season, well done. Yeah, can't say no more. Can't say no more than that. Now, sell up. Go on, off you go.
He's trying.
I know he is.
I don't want him to just rush into us.
No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is,
somebody could easily say, here's 150 million, I don't care who you are.
Yeah, exactly. But what I mean by sell up is, be active, go out and look for a good buyer.
Yeah, I think he's got people looking for new buyers. Yeah, there's a lot of rumours flying about. So
sell it to one of your brothers, one of them that's like Newcastle rich.
That'd be nice.
In house steel. You don't have to fuck about then, do you? It's easy. If he stays in charge as an owner, is he going to invest in players that we need?
I don't think he will. If he's looking to sell, why would he spend more money? So yeah, it needs to be a deal done as soon as possible.
Not halfway through pre-season.
No, definitely not.
Because that fucks you up and all. Because then you panic buying at last minute, aren't you? And if you've got a list of targets,
I do think a new loan deal for McAtee will be sustainable, and Tommy Doyle possibly
as a purchase, depending on how much City would want for him. Do you reckon they take 15 million plus a buyback?
I think so, yeah.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
They put a buyback in like Ryan Brewster's got one at Liverpool. I think that's expired.
Yeah, probably. We don't want to pay them. Liverpool are a shit club to deal with.
Yeah, they always are.
You know, it's a shit club, full stop. I hate the bastards. It's a difficult one because if we've got the same owner all the way through the season, you don't quite know how it's going to go. But there is one question that similarly associated with the owner situation, but maybe a bit more all-rounded for the club itself. And you know what question's been on this channel, Jono?
A game of this or that.
This is your final this or that of the season, Jono.
I'm going to be shaking.
He don't know what he wanted to do with himself. If you've never seen this or that before, what the fuck have you been doing with your life? Because this is the best game show in...
I think Bruce Forsyth would have been presenting this one.
Not the question I asked, but alright.
The world!
The world! In all the world! We have a question this week, Jono. Ignore the owner. Ignore the squad. Just think with your heart.
With my heart.
Are Sheffield United surviving the Premier League next season, Jono?
Oh. Wow. Whoa, you can't ask me that now.
Can. Because we're going to come back to it next season. Jono, are we surviving? Are we going to stay up next season? Well, somebody's fucking happy about life, aren't they? Jesus Christ. Well,
that's why you can't ask me at this stage of season.
What do you drink in the morning? Decaf?
Definitely not.
Go on, talk to me. Why?
Because we've only got half a squad. We've lost McAtee, we've lost Doyle.
I told you not to think about this. I told you to think with your heart. Are we going to fix those things?
It's hard to think we are seeing a team that we've got next season.
Are we going to fix those things?
At the moment, no. We ain't got an owner. Sorry, I'm going to put... You shouldn't have asked me this question because I just put a rate damper on it now. At the moment, as it stands, I can't see us surviving in the Premier League. Oh, they've got a lot of heart, a lot of spirit about them. They will try their hardest to step up to the Premier League. He's massive.
Fucking hell, John. Jesus Christ. Ruin the entire video. Cut! Go on, give me the drum roll.
If anybody wants to take my place on Shoreham View, I think I've just lost my job.
Give me a drum roll.
Johnny, what's yours?
We are staying up, say we are staying up. We are staying up, say we are staying up. Of course we're going to stay up.
Explain.
Because every other fan out there thinks we're going to be relegated by Christmas. Fuck you. Fuck you all. You said this first I went up last time. We only delayed it by a year. But I think he's going to sell up. He's going to do right by the club for once. And he's going to get us to a good owner. We're going to bring in... We're not going to be world beaters. We're not going to win Champions League. We're not going to win league. We might even finish top 10. But we're going to stay up.
God, I hope you're right. It all depends on ownership of the club and the signings.
It all depends how long we sign Georgie Baldock for.
And what about Illerman, who's not even signed a new contract yet?
I reckon him and Sander have got it in them. They've got a year. I reckon they get to Christmas. If we're top half at table, not top half.
If you don't want to sign a new contract though, what do? You wait till they lose them for now, or
this is what I'm saying. New year. If we're looking like we're in a good position at New Year, completely safe.
Yeah.
They'll sign. I'm telling you, they will sign.
And if they don't,
sell them.
You can't sell them. You've got 6 months left on the contract.
Somebody
can already get them.
Agree with Bosman. Yeah, you're right. It's difficult. Fuck it, keep them. You got to. There's a risk and reward factor. Keep pushing through season. Sign it.
Yeah, I suppose even if they did good for now, the wages are off the books.
Parachute
payments.
Illiman's agent could be a cunt.
Which agents know?
Well, true. He could be like, no, just stay in and then just fuck off at end of season for free. Sander Berger, I reckon, even though his agent probably still is a cunt, I reckon Sander, by looking at him and with the way he is with the club, people say this and that, but he's got more loyalty than that.
He has. I think he's had a few opportunities to go elsewhere.
And I don't think he wants to.
No, he says he's happy at Lane. He says he's got a contract and he wants to run his contracts over anyway. What he does after that, he's still run his contract, so I'd be happy with that.
No more Lundströms. No more shit fucking unloyal players. I reckon Sander and Illiman, I reckon they'll stick by it. I do. I really do. I hope so. And I reckon we're going to stay up.
God, I hope you're right.
I can't wait for all pigs and all scabs and all Leeds fans and every other cunt to clip this and put it on at end of season next year when we get relegated. But fuck them. I don't care. This is before pre-season. I'm being bold. I'm thinking with my heart and my balls. Let's talk about something else quickly. Goal of the season, Jono.
Someone just said that. First one that comes to mind is Tommy Doyle's.
Tommy D.
I think it's quite a few important goals.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't have to be spectacular.
Yeah,
it can be an important or a enjoyable goal.
Exactly. You've got to think of important goals as well. And one I've got to pick out is McAtee's goal against Norwich when we won 1-0 away. That was just. That stage of the season when we thought Middlesbrough's coming for us, we've got a right hard game here. They win, we lose. I think they went above us. And just to pull that victory out, that goal was just so important for the season for me.
Yeah, it was fucking wonderful. Tommy Doyle's is the obvious shout. Wonderful goal. Got us to a semi-final. that semi-final will have helped sustain us for the season because the cup run for the ticket sales.
And that's how good as Arter.
Arter shit.
Yeah.
There's Illiman and Dye's goal early in the season. Again, I forget we're against Millwall, where it drove past about 18 players. Just shifted it in.
Oh yeah,
that
was a very good goal.
All the goals against Wrexham at home were good goals.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for Sanderberg against West Brom.
Sanderberg against West Brom.
Oh fucking Fleck that some of you, not Fleck, John Fleck. Shit that some of you bastards out there again, Sanderberger. Is this, is that, is this, is that. Some little prick on Instagram. Yeah, I'm speaking facts. Sander's not being good for this, this and this. He's not bothered. He scored a goal that set us up. Fuck lots in here. And what a goal it were.
It was.
Fantastic. That's my personal goal of the season. And what a way to silence people. Because there are too many. If I see a negative, I'll point it out and hope I'm proven wrong.
Yeah.
If I see a positive, I'll shower praise on it. I'm fickle, like most football fans.
A lot of people just look at Sanderberg, what he does wrong,
and don't focus on
that.
Yeah. And there's a lot of the cunts about. I'm sorry, if you're one of them, you're a cunt. What do you want me to say? Do you want me to suck up your ass? You're not, you're a bastard. If you don't like him, fair enough. Don't spout shit saying he's wank, he don't do this, he don't do this, he don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. When you're chatting absolute bollocks, if you don't like him, it's fine not to like a player. I don't like John Lundstrom, and a lot of you think sunshine out of his arse. Michael Doyle, didn't like him, thought he were a cunt. Josie Baxter, thought he were a cunt.
I like Baxter.
Yeah, exactly, but that's fine. He scored some important goals. He wasn't a bad player, I just didn't like him. Yeah. And that's fine. You can not like a player. As much as I wanted to when we first signed him, because of his choice of clothes, at first I didn't like Ollie McBurney. Now I can't think of anybody I'd want more at the club. Things can change, and I hope that you can change. Because that goal, my goal of the season, just proves what a fucking player he is. To stick through all that shit that he gets, all this doubt, all this negativity, and to come through and be that guy.
I'm glad he's not on social media, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of players should do what some other players do, just get somebody else to run social media and then they don't look at it.
Yeah.
Because that'll do a world of good. But maybe it's fires some of them up.
Maybe it does.
I've slagged a player off before and they've come back and proven me wrong. And I'm not going to apologise if it lit a fire under you. Fucking brilliant. If you hate me for it, I don't really give a shit. Because you've proven me wrong. I'd rather you hate me and do well for the club than fucking think, oh, I'm not playing because that bastard online said something negative. But if I always focus on something negative, I'll also sing the praises when they're playing well. And you can call me fickle all you want. I don't care. Because I just love it. I love it all. And Sander fucked a lot on you off. Because we've been saying it all season, haven't we, about Sander?
Yeah, we've loved him. Everyone, I think we've praised him. He's had a bad game, he says. Even Sanders had a bad game.
Yeah.
But now, what a player.
What a man. Because he's Norwegian. And he plays for the Blades with Johnny Egan. And we got promoted this season with Sanderberg. Let's go to the fans!
Player of the season, and I mean, might as well move on. There's no point going into detail, is there? I mean, there's been a lot of good performances. I thought Egan's been, I've criticised him in the past, there's been not quite, too many things that he does that aren't quite right. If players run at him, he always looks a bit weak. There's been a rock this season, been really good. Baldock at the latter end of the season, brilliant. And yeah, obviously Berger's turned up for a few games this season and done well, but yeah, head and shoulders and die for me. It's not a shampoo advertising deal he's got, by the way. It's just that's how much better he is than everyone else this season for me.
I think player of the year for me, you could argue quite a few of them. I think there's players like George Baldock, which I don't actually think we go up if he doesn't come into the team and play like he does, sort of dragging us over the line like he does with the passion. But it's got to be Illy, hasn't it? I mean, the kid's magic, and he is absolutely magic. And I think we all know that we've just got to enjoy him for the short period of time we're going to have him. He's destined for much bigger and better things. But my God, what a boy! Just outstanding. He gets you off your seat every week. Every time he gets the ball, you know he's going to do something good. Something's going to happen. Even if it's just a simple pass off to the side, he just does it with grace and elegance, and he's just, I could wax lyrical about him all day, I really could.
So player of the season is how you want, isn't there? And he's been absolutely phenomenal. Love watching the bloke. I mean, superb. I mean, I thought Gibbs White were good last season, but Ndiaye this season, his work rate and his ability is just phenomenal. Love the man. Absolutely love the man.
Signing of the season, I think an L. I think Doyle and McAtee were fantastic loan signings, obviously, and they were the ones they got us over the line, I think. But Anel, what a signing! I mean, I think he might have been the player that we went in the embargo for, but who gives a fuck about that anymore? Do you know what I mean? He's more than paid back his fee by getting us up, and Anel, I'd say
signing at season is McAtee. Obviously, at first they weren't found it difficult at this level. I think when he first came in, but his driving runs forward really changed us as a team. We actually looked like scoring goals again. You know, we could play a forward pass. We got a run again in behind, and so you know he actually changed us as a team, changed dynamic. And I thought it was superb. Such a cool head on a young kid. I mean, we could only dream of loaning him again. There's no chance of signing him, but if we could sign Doyle and loan him, I'd be absolutely ecstatic.
Signing, the previously mentioned Bumsex guy was obviously a brilliant one, but the two loan lads from City actually, probably in the end, had a bit more of a bearing on the season, especially McAtee, who, of the three players that we kind of signed that I'm talking about, was probably actually the most inconsistent and had the least good performances, if that makes sense, but he had the biggest moments. You know, he scored and pulled us out of a hole when we needed to, and he'd do nothing in the game, but then sort of just turn it on and do something, which is kind of what you want, isn't it? Obviously, I know earlier in the season, Anel, sorry, I need to pronounce it right. Anel, at the back did some good stuff for us at the start of the season, and up the other end as well. But yeah, I think probably one of the two City lads for me.
At the signing of the season, I was thinking Tommy Doyle, because I was thinking, to get a combative midfielder that can get about the pitch with sort of deliveries that he's got, we definitely needed that this season. So I thought about Doyle, but it has to be Anel. I mean, he's an absolute snip at 3 million. Absolute snip, and probably the signing of the EFL, not just the Championship.
Goal of the season, Tommy Doyle at Blackburn. I mean, it were a fantastic goal anyway, but I think any goal that gets you to Wembley is good. I think getting a last-minute goal to get you to Wembley is a fantastic thing. To get a last-minute screamer to get you to Wembley, it's almost like, again, it's another moment that I don't even know if I cherished it enough at the time, and I think it's going to be one of those I'm going to look back and think, bloody hell, that were incredible. That, last minute outside the box, thunder bastard into the goal.
Goal of the season, again, could have said Doyle in the Man City game in the FA Cup, but could have said McAtee away at Blackpool. Two fantastic efforts, but it's got to be Illiman at home against Blackburn. He's got no right to make a goal out of what he does all himself. He nicks the ball in our half, runs the length of the pitch, takes on about 5 players, and the roar from the stadium, when I watched that back on the highlights, the roar is just outstanding.
The goal at season, I think Hyundai against Blackburn. Great finish, solo run, bent it in, a bit like Fulham away last season. Brilliant goal, superb. We've had some good team goals though, some good goals, but that one were outstanding.
Goal of the season, I think I voted on the website for one of Ndai's sort of, it was either a team goal that he finished off or that individual run that he did, but there's been a few, haven't they? McAtee's run from his own half, Doyle's big boot, but yeah, for me it's always one of the sort of more either team or technical goals. The Doyle one was brilliant, and it was such a big moment as well, but at the end of the day he's just twatted it, hasn't he?
This one's a tough one, Jono.
What's that?
Who's our signing of the season?
Do you want to go first?
Oh yeah, I'll go first if you want. Anil Ahmedhodzic.
Bastard.
Is that what you were going to say?
Look at that.
Tommy Doyle. No, it's got to be Anil, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I love Tommy. I want him to stay. Love McAtee. Love to bring him back. I'd love to buy him, but we can't afford him. But Anil, what a star.
Yeah, absolutely. At the front and at the back.
Yeah.
He's pitching with goals, assists, and he's a rock at the back. And
he had a few off games.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. And by the way, congratulations on his newborn.
That's why he had off games, sleep deprived.
Yeah, leave him alone on match days, please.
Yeah.
No, yeah, what a signing he's been, and not for much in football terms.
No,
for much
mate,
at all.
absolute steal.
What a signing!
What a
Whoever found
steal.
him, marvellous.
Get back out there and find fucking Moore.
Please.
we need a new left centre half, don't we?
I think this was a problem with Chris Wilder. He loved his British players. Didn't
Well, what they did were they vetted players by speaking to coaches they know that have worked with players and this, that, and the other. And he always said we wouldn't mind looking abroad, but we can't vet players because we don't know the coaches. So yeah, I get that, but sometimes you have to take a punt.
Yeah, definitely.
And you have to gamble. I don't think Wilder was much of a gambler.
No.
He was very calculated, and I think that's why sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
It's just nice to go to the European market and see what's there, and because there's been some great players that come into Premier League to Championship from abroad.
Yeah,
and it's just nice to get one of them players.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. We've done it a little bit throughout the video, but we've got to look to next season. Where do we need to strengthen most, Jono?
I think first one you'll look at is a striker.
That bit first place you looked?
Well, we need a couple of centre mids if we can't get hold of Tommy Doyle.
Yeah. I can't look past left centre half.
It depends if he comes back. Norrington Davis.
It does, but we can't rely on that because is he going to be the same player when he comes back as well? We found Anal. We need to find an Anal for the left because we need somebody to play that Jack O'Connell role because that's why we went down in the first place because we had nobody there.
Yeah, but you ain't going to get an overlapping centre half, are you?
We found it with Anal. That's what we're going to look at. That's the mould you've got to look at.
So you're not,
diamond in the rough.
You're not saying Robertson's good enough for Premier League?
Well, were he last time?
He didn't do too bad.
He didn't do too good at sometimes either. He's a good backup player. At Championship, fucking brilliant. Love the guy. Passion, leg breakers.
Kieran Clark?
No.
No, you're letting him go?
I would, yeah, just for the simple fact of, one, his age, and two, I don't think he can get up and down.
It's like, I don't know, I'd have him for another season if possible. It's like having Jagielka when we're in Premier League.
For a backup, actually, I could see it. But
he's got the experience of the Premier League and it'll just help.
I'd concentrate on getting a first teamer first and having Robbo as a backup, and then maybe if we've got something left over, bring Kieran Clark in. But we need that left centre half position because we've struggled this season as well when Norrington Davis has been out. Robbo's good there.
We had a bad patch when he got injured, didn't we?
Yeah, Robbo's good there. But one, this is Premier League, and two, Robbo don't give that left back that overlapping cover.
Yeah.
So it worked because O'Connell would go in and overlap. Or if a left wing back got caught with a ball, O'Connell swept in behind to cover it up. Robbo don't do that because he's level with them. So if they get between that gap, they're straight through on left hand side. So that's why you need that. Yeah, that's why you need that balance, and that's what teams did last time. They targeted where O'Connell wasn't. So we need an equivalent of Anal for the left centre half position. And that for me is top priority. Because once you look where we're going to be next season, and look where we were when we did well. We had a solid defensive line.
We were hard to beat, weren't we?
Yeah,
we weren't sparking up front. We won goals, matches by 1 goal.
Yeah, Everton 1-2-0, one shot on target.
Yeah,
no, but it's fine. I'm fucking happy with that. But we need, as
we're
it shows,
hard to beat. We probably do all right. Look at clean sheets we've had this season, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, next year it's a big step up, like you said. Though we need. If we get that sewn up, everything else will fall into place. Goalkeeper, Jono. I love Wes. Do we give him a chance or do we bring somebody in? Come home, Dino. Come home, Dino.
I think he deserves a chance.
Come home, Dino. Yeah, I love him. If we can't bring in Dean Henderson,
yeah,
which we won't. Let's be honest, we're not going to.
It is on my shopping list.
Yeah,
but it's not high up on my shopping list.
We'll see how he does, because Winder's still open when season starts. But he's done no wrong.
No, he hasn't.
Apart from getting sent off at Burnley.
Yeah.
And getting sent off after the game at Blackpool. It's his temperament that's been the issue more than his goalkeeping ability.
Yeah.
But he's a nice guy.
He's a lovely guy.
He's a lovely guy and I love him. And I'd love to see him stay. Give him a chance, unless we can sign Dina. Goalkeeper, right back, left back.
Major issue.
If you ask Rob especially, Lowe was every time he looks like he's going to get good, someone catches him out.
Yeah. He's either having one good game where he can cross it,
yeah,
or his defence is shocking.
Yeah,
or his defence is alright, but his crossing shocking. There's no in between with him.
No, I like the kid. I've learned to like him. Didn't like him before. Slated him at Watford. Thought you were every kind of cunt. Came out, proved me wrong. Fair play to you. Don't think he's good enough for next season.
I think he misses Norrington Davis.
Yeah,
where he was best with Norrington Davis.
I agree. I do agree with that. I think we are better set. He could be set world on fire with a better left centre back.
It's all Robbo's fault.
It's not Robbo's fault. Robbo just doesn't know how to cover. Robbo's one or the other. There's nothing wrong with your Robbo and your great long throw, but get a good left centre half in. Lowe could shine. I still think we need another one because Ender's going to be gone.
Yeah, definitely.
That young lad who came in against Birmingham, he looked bright. But is he going to be ready next season? Would you loan him out, do you think?
I would loan him out, yeah.
Yeah.
So even just a 6-month loan.
Yeah.
So.
What's Roberto Carlos doing nowadays?
Oh, why not?
Anyway, back to it. Centre midfield. Sander Berger. Illiman and Dye just behind the striker or up front?
Well, that's why I'd like a striker, because I would like Ndiaye just behind him.
Let's presume we can't bring McAtee and Tommy Doyle in. Those other centre midfield positions, they're vital, aren't they?
Yep.
Big time.
Me and you were playing for him.
Andre Brooks looks good again. Probably needs loaning out.
Yeah, it's hard to.
It's hard to
throw
judge
kids into Premier League.
Yeah.
I mean, Andre Brooks, Tottenham, Koulibaly.
We forget about Koulibaly.
They were both brilliant against Tottenham.
Yeah.
Which are Premier League oppositions.
Yeah.
They had a decent team at Tottenham.
I forget about Koulibaly because we never see the bastard.
It's like he has one game, plays very well.
And never see him again. Another one that people seem to want to fucking slate on Instagram. He's a CDM because I saw it on FIFA and he can't do a pass and this. Fuck off, you 12-year-old cunts. But yeah, I'd love to see some more of him, especially next season. Give him a go, give him a shot, give him a ride.
From what I've seen, I like him.
I do. I think he's good. I also think that they play him too deep sometimes. I think he could do a job as a link-up between the deeper midfielders and the attacking midfielders. Yeah. He could do a job.
Box.
Yeah, why not? Why?
The possibilities are endless.
What striker do you want, Jono? McBurney. Because he's a striker, he's our number 9.
No, I'm sticking with McBurney.
And he will score goals in the red and
white. I do
white.
think the past few months he's not really been at it.
Norwood's been playing.
But I think he'll be chomping at the bits for the Premier League.
When I say that ain't a dig at Norwood, he's done fantastically. I don't think they link up the best.
Yeah.
I think McBurney likes it to his feet. He scored an header at Birmingham, well done. He's not a target man.
No, definitely not.
And that was from a batch cross as well, weren't it? Weren't Norwood. Well, Norwood's little pingy floaters. They're good to go out onto wing. When he does it straight down middle, it cringes me every time. But I think we do need some investment up front. I'd keep Jefferson and Asula at United.
Has Brewster come back? Do we know?
Brewster will be coming back, we just don't know when. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And even so, and this might sound controversial, I would loan Brewster out.
Ooh.
For not for the full season, just to get his fitness back, if that makes sense.
Yeah. He's been out a while now, and he's going to need that fitness boost.
First team football, but you can't guarantee him first team football to come straight back into the Premier League after such a long time out.
He looked fit enough, dancing in stands.
Yeah, true. Good to have a round team.
Yeah.
But to get his fitness back, I'd put him on a short-term loan deal.
Championship club or something.
Yeah, just try and get his confidence back. Come back with a few goals under your belt again. Get that rolling. Come back and hit the ground running. I'd love that. I really would.
Yeah.
Because I thought him and McBurney up front together was outstanding. And I loved every second of it.
Yeah, but then I do think Jefferson will do well, but I just think we just need that striker.
No, he will do well next season.
Asula.
Let's go to fans.
Next season, try and keep, obviously, I mean, everyone will, it's an obvious thing, you know, try and keep your best players, try and keep Berger. If Illiman can give us another season and sort of adapt to Premier League and where he wants to be playing, but in a familiar setting, in a comfortable system that he knows how to play, you know. I think we'll probably have a bit of a season, maybe more like Forest have had this year, where we're not going to be like we did last time and be up 5th and 6th. I don't think that'll be us, but I think we should just bob around maybe the relegation zone. I mean, that's absolutely fine. It's not a problem. We all know we needed to go up this season. We needed the money to sort of stabilise. And I mean, personally, I don't want to see us splashing money this summer. I'd rather us stabilise long term, and even if it's just picking some championship players out and just seeing how we get on this season, I'd rather that than putting the future of the club at risk, because there's been very dicey moments this season where we've thought, you know, if we don't win this game, if we don't go up, then we're knackered. So yeah, fingers crossed for next season. I'm sure we'll do a preview video later on, so yeah, enjoy tomorrow night everyone. Up the Blades, let's have it.
Next season, I think it's going to range on who we can keep. as well as what we sign. There's people saying that we should change all squad and get rid of old players. That's nonsense. We've only got £5 to spend. We've got £5 in bank, as the new song goes. So we're hardly going to sign 14 players. I think we need to sign 6, and we need to keep what we've got as backup. Last time we went down, well, because our backup players 16 to 25 in the squad weren't good enough. Whereas if we keep these experienced players who've done it before, then I think I'm bringing team players to come into the starting 11 so that we've got a good solid backup is the only way forward. We're not going to have a lot of money. How we buy them players and where we get them from is up for grabs. I hope we don't sell and die or Berg, because we need quality in here and now. But what will be, I'm sure they hold the cards really. Hopefully they want us to play with us and have a season in Prem with us. I mean, a lot of older players, they're not going to be asking for unrealistic money, I don't think. Alright, we're back in Prem, but what are they going to get if they drop down? They're not Premier, some of them won't be signed by Premiership clubs, so if they're signed by Championship clubs, with where their budgets are, they're not going to get a fortune in that league, so they've got to be realistic and accept a realistic pay for what they are. Maybe pay bigger bonuses but for staying up or things like that. But we just can't afford to get rid of players in tap because we're not going to sign 14 if we get rid of them. So we need to be sensible on that. We know it's going to be difficult, we know we're going to be underdogs, we'd likely come down again. But getting promoted's probably saved us skin, because if we hadn't gone up, I think we'd have been up shit street, to be honest with you. And this ownership, well, what the friggin' hell's going on with that? Prince stays, he's got bugger all. But this question's about who'd take over anyhow if not. So I think the money that we get in should keep us afloat. And we don't have to upgrade ground now because we did all that before. So that's already for Prem. I think I've seen some great vlogs this season, some great vlogs from Johnny. I have to say, highlight for me was last one when Neil turned up late and everybody was singing him up High Street and getting stick. I thought that were a great moment, funny moment, and what vlog's all about. We had a great day out and we've had some great times. Wouldn't swap being a blade for out in World. Up the blades, and I'll see you next season.
Thoughts for next year? Relegated. No, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I never saw it coming with the Wilder team when they just carried on getting better and better. Who knows? With a few signings, I say a few signings, we probably need at least 3, 4, 5 to start in the team, and then loads more subs besides. So yeah, be interesting close season. I'd just be happy with avoiding relegation and just not being shit. You know, as long as we don't do what we did in that second season, I'd settle for something in between that first season under Wilder and the second one. You know, even if we went down, as long as we weren't absolutely terrible for big chunks of the season, I'll settle for that. And yeah, I'd just be happy to take the money and run. And if we come down, have built a team that's going to be too good for the Championship and go for it again, win the league maybe. My favourite vlog moment. Well, I don't watch vlogs. I mean, who does? No one's watching this. So I don't know. I ain't got one. I ain't got time for vlogs. Got kids. To quote my favourite pie-eating midfielder. But in all honesty, I'm going to have to say my favourite vlog moment is the fact that my other Tufty clubber, Mr. Deadbat, says he can't do these videos, Shoreham View, because kids where he works at school, the lineman basically is afraid of getting bullied by kids. Then at the end of the season, there was probably about 2 weeks where he appeared in every single second of every single one of Travelling Blades vlogs. So yeah, the pure hypocrisy of that is probably my favourite vlog moment.
My favourite vlog moment? I'd probably a Shoreham View actually, where Ben, I've never met Ben, but he were absolutely fucking bladdered at Wembley. And I've got massive respect for that guy for turning it around, because he was fucking laid out, you know what I mean? He couldn't... he could barely speak, he couldn't get up, and then the next minute he's up and he's singing and stuff like that. I mean, when I've had that too much to drink, I'm out for the count, you know what I mean? I'm fucking down, knocked out on the floor like. But this guy's like Tyson Fury. He fucking gets back up and he's straight back into it, and he's like, so that was fantastic. I also enjoyed Johnny's vlog of where the Birmingham game, last game of the season as well. That was fantastic, and massive shout out to Travelling Blade as well for coming back, getting on the fucking gravy train because we've been promoted. Unbelievable. But yeah, so some fantastic content this year, and I'd like to say actually, like, you know, it's been a great season. That there's been some fantastic content out there. That, you know, the podcast, you know, Four Blades haven't done too much, but their podcasts are always great. Red Hot for Sheffield continuing their great work. Tufty Club, absolutely fantastic, hilarious podcast. Then you've got the vlogs, Shoreham View, Travelling Blade, obviously Sheffield United Way with Nick and Hal and Ollie. They do a great job. Jimmy Ramble's come onto the scene. I'll probably miss some out. There's the Beautiful Downtown Bramall Lane podcast that I'm sort of listening to. Sheffield United Memories. There's another podcast. All this content's coming out, and I've genuinely enjoyed it all. I think they all add something, and they've really added to this season as well. And there's nothing more I love after a game of like checking out what other people have thought about, especially when we've won, and you want to like sort of relive and carry on that the emotion of the win. So yeah, big shout out to all them. They've been a massive part of how much I've enjoyed this season. And he's ended it with, what do we think is going to happen next season? But I don't really want to end this on a negative, so I'm gonna park that until next season, and we'll end on a positive, and we'll say Peterborough 4, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Quite funny, isn't it?
So yeah, while certain teams are playing golf, 4 other teams have been
promoted
to the Prem. Fuck off. And one thing I would like to do is thank every single one of you for sticking with us throughout the season. Been some health issues, which means I've missed a few key vlogs. There's been certain interviews where I've missed other key vlogs, you bastards. But we've got a whole new season to get this right, and I want to thank all of you for coming on the ride with us. I know he wants to thank you because you've enjoyed a lot of it, haven't you?
I have loved it, actually. I've not been doing it as long as you, Jonathan, but yeah, I love every minute of it. And thank you to everybody who subscribes, says hello when they see us. It's always nice to talk to everybody who enjoys the vlogs. So yeah, absolute massive thank you, and we'll see you in the Premier League. And I want to say thank you to Jono. I've got no flowers to give. Have a monster. But I think all right with that. I think all of you out there can appreciate the way this guy stepped up, helped me out a lot, and I just want to say thank you for just being a fucking amazing friend. Oh, it's a loving, isn't it? I better do after what I did to him earlier. I've got a bruise on my leg, I think.
But no, thank you. And if you haven't done already, I'd like to thank you in advance for hitting the subscribe button, for hitting the bell, for liking the video, getting in the comments, joining the conversation. And we'll see you all for Beer and Breakfast Season 4.
Season 4.
In the Premier League. Ooh.
Should be a good one.
I can't wait to do it all over again. Up the blades.
Up the blades.